Right, so we're getting right into it. This is Shookchook's place, and they have a little bit to say. It is a Pandaren Monastery built around a central multi-story courtyard. And they have like some directions here that I guess they want me to read too. So Winter and I recommend visiting the lower story before moving up. There are some secret bookcases in the build. They're non-functioning and only get aesthetics. I've got windows. You might be able to get stuck. Okay, there's more like a description of like how the house looks. But let's start taking a look at what we have here, which is a very highly skinned Pandaren style house. Now, here's what's amazing about housing, at least as it is. We've seen a lot of feedback from folks, and it's all very just like, hey, there's not enough Pandaren style housing. So what gamers typically have been doing, they've been doing their best with some really great results at kit bashing or otherwise taking certain pieces and piecing them together to create something entirely new. So here, let's use this new inspect tool and figure out what's going on here. So for example, this ceremonial bell, you can see like the roof here, they're just grabbing that and they plug it in here and here and here and here and all sorts of other places. And there, I think. Actually, I think this is the actual house. This here's like, this here's a shelf. This here's another shelf that's been put together. You can see that right over here. So that's just a small example of the kinds of things that are possible with housing in order to make what seems impossible to do extremely possible. Really nice setup. Here you can see at the bottom, you have like these Pandaren walls that also help line the bottom. And up here, you have these privacy screens that help to build like these windows and everything. You know, really bright, really pop. And it feels very in character, right? Right, yeah. So, oh man, that's really good. So let's head on inside. That's not the entrance. Let's find the entrance. And we'll see what's good. Yeah, also note out here, just real quick as we're looking for the place, you know, little outdoor decor that's also being used. Stuff's being watered. And again, we have a couple of things here that help to bring in that Pandaren flair. And it's just screaming at us right now. Again, feels very in character. Ooh, exciting. Okay, so let's see how this goes on the inside. I have some directions. I have like a whole thing of like directions here and all that just in case. So as soon as we go in, you know, we have like this really loud pop in colors. You know, what helps Pandaren decor be Pandaren is color. You got to have those certain kinds of greens. You got to have those certain kinds of reds. And from there, just piece it together. And from there, you can take like the minimal pieces that are available, such as these lanterns, and it just pops even more. So we cross over. Here we have, again, this kind of like modified entrance. We come in. They have like a little river kind of crossing set up that we just walk, oh man, that we walk over to. And we got to go real slow on this one, because every inch of this place is just, ooh boy. These right here are like little benches with like the cool design work that helps to give it that further shape. So we come out, and then let me like pan up. Oh, dude. So we got this really crazy multi-level experience starting from down here. Right here, you can see all of these are just tables. These tables are being used as I think they're either overhangs or like floors to help us along. You can kind of see here how these tables, they sort of like cross over. And what we're getting from it is that green. It's been totally dyed green, and the table normally looks like this. So this is what we have normally. 100 gold or whatever. Dye it whatever colors you need to, and then place it. It's like right down here, you'll see like in this kind of central area, we have who I call Sassy Dragon, because she's, well, she looks really sassy and all that. Hip action and everything. Helping to set things out. And then we have 3 directions to go to. We got, we're going down there, we can go down there, or we can go, well, right against this kind of wall area. So we'll check out, I guess we'll check out this place first. This seems to be like the smaller area out of all of them. Kind of this cavey spot, but it looks like we have like a little hot tub set up. Boop. And we get like a nice view of what's going on, I guess, like across the way as well. So we make our way up, and we'll just kind of like glance over real quick at what's going on. So we have like this little semi-outdoor garden setup, right? And then on the other side, we have more house. So we'll make our way there in a bit. I was asked to check out like the lower floor first. So we'll do that. We'll comb the land, and then we'll find a set of stairs somewhere and make our way up. So I think I'm going to go, I don't know. We're going to go this way, I guess. So yeah, just very admirable work. Taking these benches right here. All these are dyed a certain color, and they're lining across like most of the doorways as we go from like one spot to the next. And what we have here, we have like these really great, you know, what I like to sort of call like portrait style setups, where you just hit one spot and then you can see it, just how everything like just kind of like sits together. And you have like all these different colors, all these different bits of decor, all these different shapes that, oh, they just look really, really good. Now imagine the gold that went into this. I think I was told that they farmed for, I think, like every piece here. You know, so they didn't spend any like gold necessarily, that they had everything crafted as they needed to. So here, I think we're entering like the other side of this. So remember, we were there at like the hot tub that was on that side. Up here, we have this nice big reading area. Booksies and bookshelves and just like stacks of stuff as we're going through. Notice how we have like this little pit, and then we sort of like climb up, and then we have like another sort of outdoor view right over there. You know, it's as if we're seeing outside and we're seeing like another part of the roof over there. So huge use of these kinds of like those bells or those wells. There's a bell too. There are two things that do this. It's crazy. So we saw that what's across there, so we're going to hang a left and then keep going. Because this is a sprawling build. The budget on this, I'm pretty sure this along most of the builds are like fully maxed out. And you can see like just the like crazy levels of detail. We do like these little climbs here that add like just a little bit more. And that's typically all you need. Okay, there's one set of stairs that'll lead up, but we'll hold off on that for now at least. Because oh boy. Even trying to go here like slow, I feel like I could be here for like an hour if I wanted to, but I know we won't have the time. And we're outside. Wait. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, so we're suddenly outside. I didn't quite realize it until I looked up. Oh, that's amazing. So we have like this great outdoor feel. Oh, dude. Okay, hold on. Oh, I gotta catch it. Damn. Ooh. So I think those stairs that we kind of passed by, I think we might have been already outside, because I think that'll help us see what's going on up here. Holy moly. That is... So again, like check out like all these different shapes that are coming together. Tables, pillars, these benches that are dyed with different colors, and you know, just bringing all that together, we have this very, very character-defining house. And this is just like, remember, all this whole thing, it's just like this glorified entrance and exit from the sky room back into the house. That's a crazy transition. That's a lot of super, super awesome work. You can see here, like you can see like the roofs that go all the way across. Yeah, really great illusion of having a space that that feels really convincing. It's like here's like kind of like this big door where you have like this rickshaw cart that's coming out over there, and then we'll like wheel stuff inside, or maybe some Pandaren peons or whatever. They'll bring stuff in. Even like the work with the water, really awesome stuff. So like here's like something that came from the shop, but the rest of it comes together with just like player decor or things that are provided by like rugs or something like that, or perhaps fountains that are putting it together. So like this is a fountain that's just been dyed a different color, and they just turned the whole thing upside down to create this water effect. Super creative. Saves a lot of budget, saves a lot of space because it's really cheap to put together too. It's like Disney World level trick. Dude, some of this stuff is like black magic stuff. Like to date, I've done tours of about 600 places. I've seen a lot of stuff in housing so far. This is quite exceptional. This is huge. I almost feel bad because the other day I saw this other amazing Pandaren house, and I was like, yo, this thing like sets a standard. And then I see this place, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say stuff like that anymore. So I saw some stairs. I'm going to backtrack real quick. I know I can't be here like too long, but so we're outside technically, and this is the upper level inside the skybox room of this whole illusion. So lots of details that are up here too. Books and tea and other stuff. Yeah, amazing work. And there's like so much more house to look at. So shoot, we'll do our best to not get too immersed in like one spot. I know we got 4 other amazing places I want to showcase too. You know, a lot of the time I hate making this idea. I think a lot of it is just start like what I like doing. I like starting with like something small. Start with like a very basic room and then just kind of let your imagination take off. You know, start slow, things that you want to do. I usually advise folks to not start with like, you know, rooms that are like way big, because then you'll find yourself having trouble trying to fill all that out. That's been my experience for the most part. So we're going to continue checking out like the lower floor, then we'll start climbing. I might jog a little bit as we go through here, but again, like these great examples of like setting up platforms and then decorating like these individual spaces. But man, they just take it to another level because we're working with a stairwell room here. We have the second floor that'll take us across there. And it's kind of funny. You see like you just see like a couple of fences that take us across where they could have made something more elaborate, but I'm pretty sure their budget probably got in the way. Like this is crazy. This is hyper creative stuff. And not just that, like it's very meticulous. Lots of small pieces that, you know, they could have saved on budget. And they could have done something more with this crossover, but they didn't. So, yeah, like now remember, like everything here is manually placed, one thing at a time. The time will come where copy paste, you know, import export becomes a thing, and then that's going to open up housing for a lot of folks, and I think that's going to be overall a good thing. But at least for now, man, just the way that people are handcrafting all these things is wild. So we are outside again, I think, right? We are outside again, and another like very unique setup. So here's the illusion. So there's the inside. Here's the outside that's setting this up, and we have like again tables. Table is slanted one way. Table slanted another way. Nice and simple. Okay, not simple. There's actually a lot of work that goes into it. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes when you look at these things, like, oh, that's what it is. And it's, yeah, just crazy. So out here, we have like all this fountain work being done. Let me zoom out some so we can get like kind of a scope of just how dense this room is. So we have like some of these cherry blossom trees that really help a lot to give character to the place. But it's really, I'd say it's really like between the colors, patterns with the lanterns and these windows that really give it this very defining Pandaren feel. You know, some folks are like, oh, maybe we shouldn't rely on the shop items so much, you know, and they definitely help complement the place, but it's really like getting the right colors nailed down that really do a lot at identifying and giving character to these places. Sometimes I wish it was just summer. Shucks. Quick shout out to Lightbound, who was our helper mod for the day. Thank you very, very much for hanging out, and I hope that you enjoy the visual feast as we go around Azeroth and see everything that's good. Yeah, because this is a Pandaren place. This is the kind of stuff that you'll see in like, that you'll see the WoW team put together and put it into like cinematics and everything. Really good. So I'm going to jog back towards the middle, and I think there's this climb here, so I think we can finally check out what's going on upstairs. So we do this climb, and you notice how we're climbing up this kind of like semi-curved stairwell. And now we get more of an idea of what's going on, well, like the industrial side of things. So first off, well, we'll get there in just a bit. We have this like really cool window setup. And again, you know, we have like the illusions of like, you know, seeing more of the roof, seeing more of the outside, seeing some cherry blossom trees like right out there. Like this is the one that's provided normally, you know, without the shop. And there's like this cool little Pandaren statue right under it. You can do some really cool tricks with it. And right across here, this is where the brewing happens. Now, it could be beer. It could be for coffee. Actually, I think this one's for beer. There's a separate one that's made mostly for coffee. But it also could be like work in progress stuff too. You know, because depending on how you want to do your build, housing may never end. And there might always be like more things that you want to do. So let's cross over. And remember, there's a third floor to also check out. And I think we'll try to go up each floor as we go through. I want to make sure that we do our best to comb through, knowing that there's always this chance that we might miss out on stuff. And so I apologize in advance if I do overlook something. But I don't want to, I also don't want to do very bad on time either. So there's the boss. Hey, there's the boss of the house. And we're kind of outside too. So here we have this illusion being set up. We have a number of like different textures being used to simulate the outside. Really well done. Very unique with how they're doing it. And you'll notice too, like we don't really see like a wall or a corner or anything obvious that makes it seem like, oh, well, this is fake. Yeah, really neat setup. For like a nighttime view. Yeah, lots of props for this place. We're not even done. I don't even think we're close to done. Shucks. All right, so we're gonna go there in just a bit, but now I'm gonna climb, and I think we'll make our way down as we go too. So here we get like kind of an overhead shot of all the industrial work happening with the brewery. Then we can kind of like jog across. Notice here we're crossing over these beams here. So we have that kind of work happening now. And then another outside look right out there. Neat stuff with the patterning work by using these beams. Very meticulous with the detail in here. All right. So we're crossing over to this other spot here. And I think we might need to climb down at some point. I want to make sure I try to cover it. But again, like, notice the slanting roofs here. Like 1, 2, looks like 3 roofs. Oh, sorry, 3 tables that are being used there. But even on this higher elevation, what are we doing? We're doing some plant work up here. Some kind of profession work if we want to employ some like WoW-related stuff. And then here is another, wait, really? Another skybox out here? Wait. For real, dude? Okay, I don't know when we entered the skybox, but I think what we have here is like this kind of illusion of distance now. So like, let's say like here's the shot, right? And then way back there is like some tower, right? And then way down there is like this little, some huts or, part of a village or something like that. That's really neat. And they use the whole freaking skybox for that thing. See, what's funny is like I did preview some of this place before, and now that I'm taking a close look at things, it's damn. it's crazy, dude. Okay, so we were here before, so I think we're gonna cross over. Actually, I think we're not gonna cross over. Yeah, that happens to be the skybox room we talked about. So now we do need to like climb back down. I do my best to try to keep my orientation when it comes to these kinds of climbs and everything, but boy, is it hard. I think I'm gonna have to, okay, yeah, so we came from here. And so now I messed up. I got this. I can recover from this. See, look at that. So now we're back on the second floor. And we're going to go this way. And we have what could be a secret. Just kidding. You didn't see that. That's all good. No big deal. I mean, they said that there are a few secret bookcases, but don't worry about them. So I will try not to worry about it. But I can't help it. I can't help but click it. So I'm like destroying their house. Here's another great illusion being set up here. Now this one, very flat with how it's happening. So there's no skybox being used in this case. They just have like a certain kind of tailoring item that they use to simulate stars. Rugs. And then this cool thing with food that you can do to make the illusion of wind shooting across. Very neat. And up here, we go night-night. Right under this little tent setup. You know, nice little tight thing set up with these curved tables, plus a tent, plus some shrouds, plus a bed, plus a shelf, lots of little things. And it's amazing what you can put together just by grabbing what might seemingly be random stuff and turn it into something that is highly convincing. So up here, we get a chance to bathe. Nice. In we go. Nice and sunk in. I am going to rest over. That's a terrible idea of mine. But we got little fishies. Dispensing water and everything. Nice. From there, we can put our laundry away, dry ourselves off, and we are good to go. All right, so let's see if there was more. Or did I go the wrong way? Nope. Yes, I did go the wrong way. Okay, so we're going across one more time. And this was the bedroom that we had seen. And this was the bathtub. And I think, did we see everything? Someone said that I am all done. Now, did I? Yeah, I did check everything down here too. Wow, dude. Now, normally, dude, I'd be here for another half hour. I would be here for a good long time. This is gobsmacking. Oh, dude. This is the kind of thing that makes me well, I have some good plans for my house, and now I want to throw it all out because I see something like this, and I'm like, how do I even start to make something that's remotely as good as this? I'm sure that's what some folks will ask themselves whenever they see these sorts of visits or see something like this. And my advice to folks is, just focus on yourself first. Think of something that you like, that you think will be cool. I wanted to make a cafe. I made a cafe, felt pretty happy about it. And, maybe I'll want to move on and make something else. This does feel like a whole zone. It feels like if we frame this right, it could be like a dungeon. And then we could line of sight dudes, pull around the corner, and then boom. I mean, what'll happen someday when we want to make our own kinds of, say, we want to make a dungeon of some sort? That'd be freaking awesome.